Hey everybody, Paul here, coming at you with all kinds of information, news, events, conferences, coins, and of course, coffee. It's a crypto coffee update. What did you expect? Grab a cup, fill her up, and join me for a simultaneous sip. Now a half-filled cup of coffee. Used to be a full cup of coffee. That was my doing. Let's go ahead and expand into the news of the day. Interesting article I found. EOS emerges as the winner with more activity than BitShares, Bitcoin, ETH, and Steam. Peculiar though, you can check out this list and notice the metrics for activity. EOS, BitShares, and Steam all in the upper millions. Actually, Steam is 1.5 million roughly, and Ethereum comes in with about 750,000. That's really peculiar given how many killer apps have been built on Ethereum, and the top 3 leaders are all Dan Larimer exclusives. That's really peculiar. I have no hypothesis for this, really just an observation I found interesting. I also found very interesting that some individuals from Twitter mentioned how great it is that things are free on the EOS network, showing a fundamental lack of understanding of anything to do with economics. There's no such thing as free. There's build user cost, there's end user cost, there's subsidies, but the notion that something can be free makes no sense and really shows a level of economic illiteracy that may be best suited for a foot-in-mouth scenario. Moving on to the main article of the day, Vitalik Buterin talking about ETFs and how they should matter less than global adoption. I totally agree with that, but let's see what Vitalik is saying. I think there's too much emphasis on BTC, ETH, whatever ETFs, and not enough emphasis on making it easier for people to buy $5 to $100 in cryptocurrency via cards at corner stores. The former is better at pumping price, but the latter is much better for actual adoption. Very well said in my opinion on the part of Vitalik Buterin, and this article seems to echo that sentiment. To paraphrase, while he criticized the community for concentrating on aspects that aren't important for the long run, from a fundamental point of view, his opinion's well based. That phrasing kind of got me. After all, there's really not much else other than fundamentals. Well, of course there's price, but that's intrinsically attached to the technology behind it, at least one would hope. The bottom of this quote, in fact, it was precisely the increasing adoption of cryptocurrencies what has raised the prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum to astronomical levels in less than a decade. One, that's pretty poor English, and two, well, of course. Back in the day, it used to only be fundamentals, and price was largely a secondary benefit for being a participant in the space. Unfortunately, with the meteoric rises in prices, it's attracted some less than savory individuals that are all but obsessed about price and don't care about the underlying technology, which can lead to a lot of scams and horrible projects being incredibly overvalued. Ian Bellina ran a pump and dump paid group, ultimately said he got hacked, and therefore, I guess, conveniently didn't have to pay any taxes, only to have a bunch of airdrop tokens sent to the same address. That's a scammy individual. Look at this guy, Superman. One, with a picture like that, is that the kind of face you trust with your investments? Maybe with my YouTube entertainment, but not with my investments. Yet another pump and dump group. Yet another individual wanting you to pay money for his calls. Crypto Randy Marsh, not even going to show his profile picture. It's not safe for work. He's been here since August 2017, not even a year. What does this guy know about crypto so much so that you should give him your money so he can tell you? And the notion that being in a space for less than a year gives you the credulity to charge people an exorbitant amount of money for calls that may or may not even work out, and 99% of the time don't, borderlines on audacious criminality. This gentleman, Crypto Medication, a fantastic journalist, found that the Bravado Group and several other major crypto influencers, I guess as they're called, have been planning massive pump and dump schemes. The fact that this never really got traction, and people are still joining these pump and dump, or as they're called, quote, paid groups, demonstrates just how profit hungry and obsessed with money a lot of these individuals coming into this space are, and just how, like I said, borderline criminally deplorable these paid group individuals are as well. Taking advantage of other people's fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and more so their lack of understanding about a particular space, while promising them massive amounts of money, is slimy at best and, as I said, criminal at worst. Speaking of criminals, a Vietnamese CEO performed a $35 million exit scam, leaving the team to clean up the mess. Yikes. Again, this is what happens when individuals are only chasing profit. Going by the name of Tom, the CEO said, "My last resort is to stay hidden from public to protect my life." Later on, changing his story and reported by the Epoch Times to have said, "I'll contact you as soon as possible to work with you through all the workshops and you'll have the money." The story is still developing and we're unsure where the CEO is at this time, but nonetheless, we'll keep you updated as things unfold here. That's all we have for the news for the day. Let's go ahead and get into a new little section we've been working on called the Coin Review, where we just give you a small overview of the top 100 coins in the coin market cap at this time to give you an idea of, well, what's out there in the market. Who knows, you may find your favorite coin here on the Crypto Coffee Update, so let's get into it. First coin we have is Verge. Verge is an older cryptocurrency that exploded in terms of price out of nowhere in 2017. Verge is a privacy coin that's supposed to be secure and anonymous, built for everyday use. That being said, Verge utilizes what's called stealth addresses, something that was considered at a time for Bitcoin and ultimately wasn't adopted due to some incompatibility issues. These stealth addresses are much less secure compared to new cryptography methods such as ring CT and zero-knowledge proofs. For this reason, Verge not only has failed to offer the privacy that they've claimed from the beginning, but they've also been hacked not once but twice after a failed fix. With Verge remaining a top 50 cryptocurrency after such an event, it'll be interesting to see how it develops into the future. Our next coin is Sia Coin, a coin that focuses on decentralized digital data storage, rough alliteration. Sia is reinventing cloud storage. We're using technology that connects users who need file storage with individuals who have free hard drive space. It seems pretty straightforward, but it's a revolutionary business model on a decentralized blockchain that can really help data immutability. Instead of having data backed up on a single cloud server, let's say in Amazon's warehouse, instead, this information is partitioned between a multiplicity of various users, ensuring only the individual who has the private key can access said data. Here's an image of the Sia UI with a pretty sleek wallet. So ultimately, a unique cryptocurrency with a unique use case. Next up, we have Augur, another unique crypto with a unique use case. Augur is a future forecasting prediction market in a decentralized manner, which is pretty unique. Augur allows for traditional prediction market topics such as political forecasting and weather prediction, in which users who discern the correct prediction ultimately can profit, and there's more novel applications for things like company forecasting and event hedging, allowing companies to take advantage of the wisdom of the crowd and apply resources more effectively for their enterprise. And finally, we have Bytom. Bytom launched in early 2017 and is a digital asset layer protocol to be the infrastructure of the asset internet. Bytom wants to bridge the atomic or physical world with the byte or digital world to create a connection between physical and digital assets. There are three types of Bytom assets: income assets, equity assets, and securitized assets, allowing for a wide range of interoperability between previously opaque mediums of account. That's all we have for the coin review, and believe it or not, I couldn't find any conferences. However, August 1st is the birthday for Bitcoin Cash, so no doubt a lot of decentralized celebrations happening all around the world. But with that said, all links below in the description, along with a big old list of B-list tokens, fine projects. There's just far too much to report on with respect to time, so make sure to take a look down there. There may be some events or developments happening around some of your favorite projects that flew under the radar, and wouldn't want to miss those. Down there as well are some donation links where you can support us, and thank you so much for watching. Really, that alone is major support, and if you want to drop us a like on Viewly, that would be fantastic. We do get some cryptocurrency from that. That helps to keep us going. After all, we are 100% self and donation funded from viewers like you, so thank you. Your support means the world. But for now, my name is Paul, signing off. Thanks so much for watching. We are Cryptide, and remember, the tide is rising. Get some flood insurance.